I want to quickly talk to you about MagicJack, and the big question is this service really worth it this year? Okay, so when I talk about MagicJack, I'm speaking about VoIP service. Okay, so this is really what it is. So let me give you some kind of general information first before I actually go into the feature set that MagicJack has. Okay, if you think about MagicJack, I want you to think about MagicJack for business. That's what I want to cover into this conversation. So this is actually the business arm of the MagicJack brand, because MagicJack does have other niches too that they want to target. But into this conversation, I want to focus on the business arm, the business niche. Okay, so basically, MagicJack provides actually a straightforward, low-cost communication. Okay, so this is a pioneering VoIP brand launched in the mid 2000s. Okay, so the company originally marketed its services to families and small businesses, but what they have done over the last 10 years is that they actually developed a spin-off product solely for professionals, and they've done that like a little bit before COVID, by the way. Okay, so that's kind of cool because it tells you that MagicJack does have a certain vision when it comes to its product and services. So overall, MagicJack for business features include everything necessary for a simple but professional phone system. Okay, including unlimited calling throughout the U.S. and Canada. So that's kind of cool. If you want to call North America except Mexico, you can use MagicJack affordably. Fantastic. You have toll-free numbers. Okay, you have a auto attendant. So if you need that kind of service in your communication, MagicJack can really help you. You also have call waiting, queue, and transfer. So that's kind of cool. You have music on hold. You have call blocking. You have three-way calling. So that's really fantastic. You have caller ID and caller ID blocking. You have conference bridge. So that's kind of cool if you have, let's say, small teams. You have do not disturb. You have enhanced call forwarding. What I love about enhanced call forwarding is that even if your teams are now working from the same location, you can use this tool to streamline your communication. You have extension dialing, E911 service, online call logs. You have virtual fax and voicemail. So this is kind of cool. You are looking at a pretty affordable service, by the way. So when I say affordable, I'm actually talking about a starting price at about 15 to 20 bucks, okay, every single month. So following sign up, you can then download the company's desktop or mobile apps. Alternatively, you can set up MagicJack for a business to work with your accompanying VoIP hardware. So that's totally possible too. So bottom line here is that basically the MagicJack for Business voice over IP service is actually aimed at smaller companies needing a low-cost professional phone system. So if you are a mid-size or large enterprise, you're not going to find MagicJack for Business really interesting. Okay, so in addition to a local number, auto attendant, and internet fast capabilities, you are also able to have something you can get those services. I mean, those that service at a very affordable level. But you can also get affordable VoIP phones available. So that's really good. Okay. One thing I want to say here is that if you look at MagicJack this year, what are the pros and cons here? The pros first, you have a single low-cost service plan. You have unlimited US and Canada calling. You have three-way calling included. You have professional features such as call queue, auto attendant, call transfer, and conference bridge. So this is something really that's important. And you have very affordable VoIP hardware. So that's really cool. On the flip side, MagicJack for Business is only available to US-based customers. It requires high-speed internet service, okay? And it also lacks many of the collaborative tools available through VoIP competitors. So something to really think about once again, okay? But again, you're looking at 15.99 actually per line per month. So pretty affordable if you think about it, okay? And you also have single payment plan, enhanced 911 low cost hardware among the features that the top features you want to go for. And just go for MagicJack for business if you operate on a tight budget. I want to insist on that. If you're a solopreneur, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a single member LLC, if you're a small business and you operate on a tight budget, go for MagicJack for business. So what's the setup here? If you think about MagicJack for a business, what's the setup? Well, as a VoIP service, right? Basically, you got to have a reliable internet service. So because MagicJack for Business relies on an existing internet connection to make and receive calls. So that's something to really think about. So if you are in an area where you don't have access to that, then really think about it. Okay, you may port an existing phone number or pick a new number for your business. And MagicJack for Business actually offers a VoIP equipment for sale, or you download and use the free app for your desktop or mobile devices. And as of now, you must get a compatible Yealink device provided directly by MagicJack to use actually a desk phone with its service. So if you think about MagicJack, the question is that really right for you, right? Again, it depends on what you want. But most important thing is that the MagicJack service is actually a professional solution for your business, or let's just say businesses in general, that want a standard phone system and affordable VoIP hardware and software. So whether it is the best option for your company depends on a few key factors. So once again, if you want an easy to use VoIP service, then MagicJack is right for you. If you need to separate your personal and business communication, MagicJack is right for you. If you are an individual or a small business that wants a cost-effective phone system, MagicJack is right for you. Now, I don't recommend MagicJack for extensive integrations or an all-in-one communication system. Or I don't also recommend it for anyone who wants to use their pre-existing VoIP desk phones, or even anyone operating outside the US, because MagicJack actually is pretty good in the US, but not outside. So one thing I want to say here is that by offering a straightforward list of service features through a singular pricing plan, MagicJack for a business sets itself apart from competitors. There are no upgrades, but a few add-ons. As such, when you sign up for a MagicJack, you have a firm idea of what you are buying, okay? So this is kind of cool. You are really looking at transparency. So what are the features here? If you think about MagicJack, so MagicJack for a business, basically, yeah, I think I've said this before. So as a fairly straightforward VoIP provider, basically, they offer a small list of features available for operating a professional contact system, okay? So this is really important. So in terms of ease of use or software or hardware or call quality or even uptime, you can have a pretty decent process. Let me explain. When I say ease of use, for instance, the service is very easy to use, okay? So that's if you the MagicJack for business service is very easy to use, nothing really complicated. In terms of hardware, they offer VoIP hardware and accessories through their website. It's also possible to get a desktop phone as part of your service plan. And basically, MagicJack for Business offers equipment as a lower fee than its competitors, with phones costing between $55 and $200. You also have software. So the MagicJack for Business software is available through its apps and compatible VoIP phones, okay? What? So once you sign up for the service, you may then download the desktop app through the website or the mobile app through the Google and App stores. So that's kind of cool. And once you get the apps on your device, you want to enter your login information to begin using the service. In terms of call quality, you will be pretty happy. I mean, You just need to have a decent internet connection, though. I mean, because everything runs through the internet, not from runs through the internet. Okay, so something to really keep in mind. And also, in terms of the uptime, the MagicJack for Business service offers you as a customer a 99.99% uptime guarantee. So this is kind of cool. In terms of security, you'll be placed also because MagicJack actually has everything that can really assure you to have a strong security protocol. And in terms of third-party integrations, that's where you might be a little disappointed because the MagicJack for Business VoIP lacks the third-party integrations offered by most leading competitors. It outright lacks many of the modern collaboration tools that businesses commonly expect to come with their VoIP services. So if you would like to use popular apps such as HubSpot, Slack, or Salesforce, you need to actually look elsewhere. So what about cost? If you think about MagicJack for a business, I want you to really look on the screen right now. So as of the date of this show, they're charging you $43 if you go for a yearly plan, or 109 for 3 years. Okay, so you have the possibility to save money, by the way. Okay, but if you don't want to go for the yearly plan, just go for the 15.99 that they're charging you per month per line. Okay, so this is something that you have to think about. But bottom line here is that your cost may be more depending on the kind of setup you actually sign up for. Okay, so for instance, when you have unlimited domestic calling, this service actually comes with unlimited domestic calling, but there is no unlimited domestic texting. Okay, in terms of international calling, no problem. There is no video conferencing. There's no call monitoring. Okay, but you do have toll-free numbers. You have voicemail to email, and you also have eFax. I mean, some people are saying, "Well, eFax is dead," but no, eFax is still alive and doing well. So if your business model requires you to use the eFax, you will love the fact that MagicJack for Business offers that. Okay, so in terms of the what you need to remember here is that basically you are going to you may qualify for a discount if you pay on an annual basis as opposed to a month to month basis. Okay, and in terms of customer service and support, basically their team is available 24/7 by email, live chat, or phone. Okay, there is also a knowledge section with a series of articles to answer common questions about using the service. That's kind of cool. And also you have the E911, okay, the E911 feature that's really good in terms of what I call emergency sort of assistance. Okay, so basically this feature, the E911, lets you talk to a 911 emergency calling system that actually connects you to an associate. Okay, so that's kind of cool. That's really fantastic. So what about the substitutes here? So if you look at MagicJack for a business, you have a lot of players, a lot of competitors. You have Google Voice, you have Zoom Phone, and you have Grasshopper, among others. I want you to really understand here is that when you think about MagicJack for Business versus Google Voice, for instance, you will really remember that you will see that Voice makes no effort to provide a toll-free option. So though integrations are limited with Voice as the options are strictly Google products, MagicJack does not offer any kind of integrations at all, right? So basically, Google Voice is the better option because it does include more features for a comparable price to MagicJack. Is also better for small businesses operating internationally. So this is kind of cool because actually MagicJack for business primarily services American companies. What about Zoom Phone? So if you were to compare and contrast MagicJack to a Zoom Phone, you will see that Zoom Phone is the better option for small businesses that only want an affordable and flexible phone service, but also desire more collaborative options. So this is something to really keep in mind. What about Grasshopper? So basically, Grasshopper, if you are a Grasshopper customer, you can make both unlimited calls and texts, as well as get a toll-free number with your plan. And in fact, Grasshopper lets you choose a toll-free, local, or a vanity number in addition to the option to port an existing phone number. Okay. So while MagicJack for Business requires an internet connection to receive calls, Grasshopper uses both VoIP and Wi-Fi as well as cell phone reception to let you make or receive calls. So for companies on a tight budget, MagicJack for Business could be a solid choice, especially those seeking low-cost equipment. So this is something to really keep in mind. So what's the verdict here? Do I recommend MagicJack for Business? Yes, definitely. Definitely. This is a fantastic product. But again, just make sure that you are within the niche that they are targeting, right? In other words, low cost VoIP service. Okay. So overall, I found, my team and I found that the MagicJack for Business VoIP service easy to set up and use. The process could have been easier and faster if allowed to set up the account online, but MagicJack requires you to, like, if you don't order their hardware with their service, you have to call their sales team to create an account first, okay? I mean, of course, I understand this might be a security measure because there is information on the dashboard that the administrator cannot change except through a call to customer service, right? So something to really think about. But in terms of accessibility, in terms of efficiency, in terms of reliability, you'll be really pleased. The desktop is very simple, holding basic information, okay, and the various tools available for making and receiving calls. Texting does not seem to be available on the desktop app, but it is possible through mobile software. So when compared to competitors such as Grasshopper or more UCaaS-friendly options such as RingCentral and Dialpad, MagicJack for Business is extremely basic, extremely rudimentary, okay? So if you are a business owner in need of a very friendly, a very budget-friendly VoIP service, offering affordable hardware, MagicJack for Business is worth considering. However, I don't think that there are similarly priced options available that can offer more across multiple plans that allow for scaling. Okay, so something to really think about. So in conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about MagicJack for Business. I gave you the general information, the setup, the features, the cost, and the substitute, and finally the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.